Shalom, friends. I want to share with you a little bit of a combination of Beha'alotecha and Shalach this week and just mix it up because it's impossible for us not to connect to Jews in Chutz La'aretz and Jews in Eretz Yisrael. So let's just combine the two by looking at both parashiot, Beha'alotecha and Shalach, and see the danger of complaining and negativity and what that leads to. And if we have a look at Parashat Beha'alotecha, just at the beginning, chapter 11, Perek Yud Aleph, we have Vahi ha'am ki mit'onenim ra. The people were like complainers, like mourners, ra be'oznei Hashem, and it was evil in the ears of Hashem. The Torah doesn't tell us what they were complaining about. They were just whinging, complaining, nagging. What was it they didn't like? Does it really matter? It was the attitude. It was the challenge of just, I don't love what I have right now. I'm going to complain. And that leads to Bnei Israel complaining about the manna and wishing that they were back in Mitzrayim. Zachanu et hadaga. We remember the fish that we ate for free in Egypt. What are they talking about? It's so wondrous. How could the generation that had seen the most wonderful of miracles, all the great things, the 10 plagues, the splitting of the sea, Ma'amad Har Sinai, the revelation at Sinai, how on earth could such people say, we remember the fish that we used to eat for free in Egypt? It's such an interesting psycho. How could they thought that being in Mitzrayim was better than being with Hashem at Har Sinai? And then, what do we get after that? We have Miriam and Aaron thinking that they're just as good as Moshe. How could it be? How could anyone think that they're on the same level as Moshe Rabbeinu? Even if they were Aaron and Miriam. What does that all lead us to? Parashat Shlach, the sin of the spies. And we have 10 or 12, but 10 out of those 12 who were some of the greatest men of that generation. How could they not believe in Hashem? How could they think that the land that what Hashem had chosen for us was not good for us? How could they think, well, you know what? There's a better land ahead of us. Maybe we should go back to Egypt. That's what they said. What is their memory? Why would they think that what they'd seen in the past was better than their present or their future? Why would they think with rose-tinted lenses that Egypt would be more fun? It's a little sad, but we're all like this. Sometimes the current challenges that we have make us not believe that the future is bright, that we think, wow, you know what? Back in the good old days, do you remember in Egypt? It's so puzzling. And then what is the antidote? What is the answer that Hashem gives to the Jewish people to say, you know what? You're going to spend 40 years in the desert because you spent all your time listening to spies and you believe the negativity. You know what the antidote is? The Mitzvah of Tzitzit. And the Tzitzit are Techelet colored lenses. They are blue lenses to remind us when you start to doubt, when you start to struggle, do you know what you need to do? You need to believe in Hashem. So I'm going to give you tzitzit, which will remind you of the Torah, which will remind you of Hashem and the heavens and the sky. And you'll be able to realize that when you think of Hashem, when you combine yourself with Him, then you believe, like Kalev, Alo na'aleh, we can surely go up. Says Rashi there, we can surely climb all the way up to the heavens. How do we do that? By realizing it step by step. We're going to climb the ladder because if Hashem's with us, anything's impossible. The parashiot of Beha'alotecha and Shalach are so relatable because these are issues that all of us struggle with, where we wish, we were back in the good old days when it was easy. But the challenges are there for us to grow. And Bezrat Hashem, we'll be able to grow from our challenge and realize they're not challenges to make us struggle, they're challenges to make us grow. Shabbat Shalom.